When it comes to the discussion on Steel Ball Run in Roblox, a lot of people sleep on JoJo Tycoon. JoJo Tycoon might be a silly game, but its Steel Ball Run might be the best Steel Ball Run adaptation in Roblox to date, because showcases a lot of its stand users as bosses, also featuring stages that are random, making it pretty enjoyable in multiple runs and replayable because it feels fresh with almost no run being the same as the last, being kinda complex. And this is why this video exists. Today, we are gonna talk about all of the stages in Steel Ball Run as well as all of the bosses and all of the secrets in those stages. So without more further ado, let's get to it. Before getting into the actual stages, we need to talk about the starting area. When joining the game, you will be able to pick your stand from the stand selection screen and then get your horse at the stable to race. At the stable you can talk to its owner, Steve. He will give you info about the horses. There's also Arms Dealer who will sell you a revolver for 10k money. There's two other buildings on this area, those being the saloon and the sheriff. At the saloon you can talk to Mustache Guy to get a free water bucket that heals you, and at the sheriff you can take the tips from Surviving Sid about Steel Ball Run races and how it works. After the pre-race timer ends you can get into the actual stages. There's actually 3 different stages that can be yours. First stage, those being Arizona Desert, Kansas Forest and Kansas City. Starting with Arizona Desert, this is probably the most unique stage on the race. Arizona Desert is a foggy stage that has the Outlaws as its non-obligatory boss. There's 2 duos of Outlaws on the race. They will shoot and punch any enemy that comes close to them. Near both duos there's gonna be a campfire to heal and get food. There's also a unique gimmick to this stage being the Devil's Palms. The Devil's Palms are places in the stage where infinite corpse parts can spawn, which is pretty useful for Tusk and Walking Contradiction users. First stage is Kansas Forest, which is a lot simpler than Arizona Desert. It features a small forest with Ringo's shack and of course, Ringo Road-Again, the boss of this stage. He will try to shoot the player with its revolver, and when low it will use its stand, Mandom, to revert time and heal itself. Killing him clears the way to the next stage. The first stage is Kansas City, yet another foggy stage with rain. Before going into the city, the player can head right to get the Saint Spine to evolve its stand. In the city you can find a guy selling food for an absurd price, who funnily enough gives it for free to you if you decline it every time. You can also find a bank that you can rob, but be careful, robbing the bank spawns the cops and a sheriff that will try to gun you down. The boss from this stage is Blackmore. It will use its gun to shoot you, using it with its stand to shoot at you from the skies. Kill him to end the rain and get to the second stage. Now into the second stages, you can either get the Great Plains or Monument Valley. The Great Plains are pretty great plains. That's pretty much it. Near its end, you need to do some tricky jumps in rocks to get past the river. If you can just head extreme right for a shortcut, walk a little more and that's the end of the plains. While in Monument Valley it's pretty more straightforward, literally, you just need to head forward till the end of it. It looks cool, but it ain't the most complex stage out there. Getting in the end of either of them will get you into the third stage. There's only 2 different third stages, those being Rocky Mountain Village and the Great Tree of Sugar Mountain. Rocky Mountain Village is as rocky as it sounds. There's a lot of houses, but no one there because all of the locals were turned into dinosaurs. 8 of them to be more specific, that will try to eat you alive, but the real boss of this stage is Diego Brando who will try to slash you till your end, relying on its claws only. Killing Diego will make all of the dinosaurs leave and clear the way to the next stage. There's also 2 campfires in this stage, one at its lowest part and the other at the peak center of the village. The Great Tree of Sugar Mountain is similar to Rocky Mountain Village in its formation, also being rocky and tricky to get through. There's a campfire at its start and another one near the Great Tree. Inside the tree you can find a kid called Sugar Mountain that will offer you an upgraded version of an item you have, or your actual item instead. Depending on what you pick, you can die, so don't be greedy. Also, if you get the upgraded item, be careful, since if you don't use it quickly you might die. The boss of this stage are the 11 man, using their stand Tattoo You. Tattoo You enables them to fuse and only appear when one of them die, so what seems to be 3 men can quickly turn into 8. They aren't that good in aim, being able to hit themselves, but if they hit you, it's gonna deal a lot of damage, so careful with that. Kill all of them to move the next and 4th stage. The mountains. The mountains are the biggest stage in the race. Entering it from the right side might get you lost in a loop around a campfire. So I'd recommend going from the left side till you see a campfire. After getting to that campfire, just head left and you will be on the quote-unquote second area of the mountains, where you can find the mountain town to the right and its boss at the left. At the town you can find a campfire and Sam's stable, the only stable in the race you can get the legendary unicorn. To the left you will find another campfire and either Magenta or Wekapipo as the boss of this stage. Magenta will use its revolver to shoot at the player. He will also throw dynamite, and it will of course use its Stan 20th Century Boy to tank and parry attacks with its absolute defense. While Wekapipo is completely based on doing huge damage from afar and applying left half ataxia in the target, being pretty annoying, but it does not have as much health as most bosses. The fifth stage, just like the second, has no bosses, it being the Grand Lake. It requires tricky jumps with horses in lily pads from its left side, but the player can just choose to head right and get a shortcut. Going for the shortcut also rewards player with a campfire and an easy path to the sixth and last stage. The last stage, the New York City Bridge, is a simple stage that has a grass part where you will fight the final boss, and after it the bridge that leads to the end. The final boss can also vary from Funny Valentine to Diego Alternative Universe. Funny Valentine will, just like most bosses, shoot you with a revolver, but he will also summon alternative versions of himself to the fight, as well as use its Stan Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap to punch the player. When low, Funny Valentine will activate Love Train to reflect enemy attacks, but after it ends he is an easy target. In other hand, we have Diego Alternative Universe with its stand, the World Alternative Universe of course. Diego is easily the most complex boss in the race, being able to shoot with the revolver, throw knives, throw gasoline and matches. He also uses the world for hand-to-hand combat, and when low he won't hesitate to time stop and melt its target. Is pretty strong, so be careful with its time stop. I hope this video helped to clear some questions you had about the JoJo Tycoon Steel Ball Run. If you still have questions about it, you can ask me in the comments and I will gladly answer them. Expect my next video to come early, because of the countless delays this video had. Also sorry for that. Good night everyone, and subscribe.